KQAL.
Winona's home for true variety.
89.5.
89.5 KQAL. Say, have you ever wondered why butter is yellow? I'll have the answer for that in just a moment. And music by Prince here on KQAL. Hey everyone, I'm Doug Westerman. I'm the general manager here at 89.5 KQAL.
How did you get started at KQAL?
Well, I got hired as a general manager back in May of 2010. And what's interesting about my career is I got my start at a campus radio station at Bemidji State University back in the early 80s. So it was really kind of a full circle for me in terms of how my career evolved from a student being on the air to coming back to a campus radio station to teach and mentor students who want to be on the radio.
So you have a background in sports broadcasting, that's correct? Does that
Yep.
come into play and help you at all with your job here?
My background, a majority of my background was in sports radio, but mostly like talk formats and things like that. Picking up on other things and having other program directors around me to learn the music business and things like that. Some of the groups I've worked for in the past have been very helpful when I work with students here at KQAL. Those are things that I've either picked up or I can learn from other people on that side of the business. But on the sports side is where I really kind of made my career as a younger broadcaster.
And what are your job responsibilities here at KQAL?
Kind of a day-to-day overseer of the student staff and the student volunteers and making sure that they're comfortable on the air and they get critiqued and they're performing well on the air. And also, just having a good time and learning something new and maybe breaking out of their shell if they're not, the most outgoing people. They can do that on the radio. Getting used to the sound of your own voice, things like that. Also working with the mass communication department and those professors, and then teaching a handful of classes when need be as an adjunct professor.
So why do you recommend that a new student would join KQAL? Why should new students join the station?
I think when you come to college and you want to find a group of friends and students to kind of hang on to, I think the radio station just should be kind of a natural place in terms of, a meshing of personalities and meeting interesting people who can become, friends for life, possibly. It's a good way it's a unique activity in the fact that there's really nothing else like it, in the fact that you're actually broadcasting on a real radio station over the air. It's not going through the cable system or anything like that. It's not just a podcast or a web stream. It's a real radio station, and those skills, both from a technical standpoint and from a personality standpoint, can really kind of carry you through situations in terms of, classroom presentations, and as you go on in life, when you're meeting people and getting to know people and creating relationships and things like that, you're just kind of comfortable in your own skin.
How have you seen the college radio station culture change throughout the years? Say from when you started in the 90s.
I think there's still a great deal of enthusiasm for it because of the nature of a performance type extracurricular activity. You don't have to have an athletic skill. You don't have to be able to sing and dance. You just have to be able to talk and have a good time and relate to people when you're on the air. My personal favorite is working with students because they give me my day-to-day energy and things like that around the radio station and around campus, because they're the ones who make the radio station what it is, and hearing them improve and hearing them get better from maybe the time they were a freshman through the time they graduate is really rewarding. One newer aspect to the radio station now is that we have a fundamentals class, which is a 1-credit activities class for anybody on campus, which I think is a unique opportunity for people to give the radio station a try and then get actual credit for it.
So how can you sign up for that class if a student wanted to?
It's simply, you're looking in the mass communications department before you're registering and things, and it's MassCom 301.
Will it be available in spring 2021?
It's available every semester.
Or do you curate any on-air shows?
I do a show weekly, Thursdays, 1 to 3 during the school year. It's The Rock Pile. And it's fun for me because it keeps me sharp with my on-air skills. And I like to have students in, or I have other KQAL staff members in to visit as guests and things like that. And we chat with head football coach Tom Sawyer from time to time when there is a football season. So Yeah, the one thing I mean, I look forward to coming to work every day, but I really look forward to my shift every week.